Hey everybody, it's Tony, the Geeky Agent from Remax here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, actually in the southeast corner in Bimbrook, Ontario. I'm just coming to you, just wanted to introduce you to our new website, HamiltonLifestyleSearch.com. You can also get there by going to lifestylehamilton.com. The website is basically a real estate website, helps you search for properties, but it's got a couple of neat new features that will allow you to refine your search and really zone in on the type of home, neighborhood, community, etc. that you're looking to live in, and look at all the amenities available, the schools, your commute time to work, and all that sort of thing. So other than just a basic real estate website that you might be used to, you're going to be able to refine your search in a number of different ways. And so let's jump right in and have a look. And right here, what you're looking at actually is my YouTube channel. So if you go to youtube.com/thegeekyagent, you can check out my YouTube channel. It's got plenty of videos, including this one, which will be posted as soon as we're done. So there's a bunch of things that you can have a look at there. But where we're going to go, if we go up to the address bar, is HamiltonLifestyleSearch.com. So I'll give it a minute to come up here, and there we go. So this is the new website. As you can see in the background, there's a picture of a very nice kitchen. I have no idea whose kitchen it is. It's just a generic photo in the back there. I wouldn't mind selling this house. It's actually quite nice, looks like. But that is basically the website there. So you've got your menu up in the upper left. You can search to either buy or rent a home in the center search bar here, and then click search if you know the address that you're looking for, the city, the postal code or zip code, and or the MLS ID number. You can search there. And then if you scroll down a bit, you get the my general contact information there. You can click on any of these and contact me. And then towards the bottom of the page, you can actually search by community as well. So that's one of the newer features that we have listed. So in the Hamilton area, Hamilton proper consists of Ancaster, Burlington. Actually, Burlington's a separate city, sorry, but Ancaster, Dundas, Grimsby, Haldimand, which is just south of the city, includes Caledonia, Cayuga, and that sort of thing. Waterdown, Stony Creek, Niagara Falls, again, this is another separate city down the road from us, but we do service that area. And Hamilton proper itself, the downtown or the old part of Hamilton. And as you can see, just beneath each one gives you a rough idea of how many listings are currently available in each area. So you can search by community that way and just see what's available. And then just a bunch of privacy and copyright information at the bottom. If you go back up to the top and look at our search bar here, you can see that roughly right now there's 6,398 listings that you can search through. So that's a lot. And that's mainly what's sort of covered in this sort of area from Hamilton as the center, I guess, spreading out all the way out to the Greater Toronto area, Niagara Falls, north and south of Hamilton, etc. But the big thing that we want to do is the lifestyle search. So we want to be able to filter our search based upon our needs. So if you have a look in the upper right hand corner, there is the lifestyle search button right there. And just beneath the search button here in the center, you can also click on lifestyle search. Before doing that, however, what I would recommend is to log in. This is a business website. We do ask you to include your name, email address, and phone number. That way you have a free account set up, and you'll be able to save any searches that you do. You'll be able to get future updates based on search criteria that you've entered. You can put in your favorite properties and then go back and have a look at your favorite properties later. Send and receive the properties to friends, family, etc. And just a bunch of other stuff that you'll be able to do. You'll be able to see all the photos for a listing. If you're not logged in, I think you can only see one or two of the photos. So if you go to the login bar, basically you create a free account. So you can get a free account here. If you're a new visitor, you can log in. If you're logged into Facebook, you can use that to log in as well. If you've already been here before and you created a login, you can just type in your credentials there. So mine is Tony at the Geeky Agent is my username. Then I'll enter in my password and click login. And once you're logged in, you'll see that the login button has changed to say Welcome Tony, and it gives me a number of account options as I mentioned before. If you've previously logged in and you've searched and you've saved your searches, you'll be able to find them here. If you've made property as your favorite property, you'll be able to pick them up here. You can make some changes to your account if you want to update your email address and or phone number, and you can log out as well. But we're going to stick around for a bit and click on Lifestyle Search to get started. And there we go. So in the upper left hand corner, again, you can choose whether you're buying and or renting a property. And if you're renting, you can put in the minimum to the maximum rent that you're looking for. If you are buying a property, which is what we're going to put here, you have a number of different options. So in the main bar, you can enter in, again, your city, postal code, the specific address if you know a property that you're looking for, or the MLS number if you happen to know it. You can also come over and again set the minimum and maximum price. So if you drop down the menu, you can choose to look at houses, say between 500,000 and let's go crazy and say $1 million. So any houses between 500,000 to $1 million. You can also choose to search by monthly payment. So just to the right of that, you can click on search by MO payment, that's monthly payment. And if you know what kind of a down payment you have, either by dollar or percentage, you can enter it here. So if you have a specific dollar amount you're looking to put down, you can enter it here. If you're planning on putting 5% down, 10% down, 20% down, you can enter that as well. If you know your interest rate, so you can either choose to get the base rate from a bank's website or something along those lines. What we recommend if you are looking for a home is to get pre-approved. So you can go into your local bank if you deal with a mortgage specialist there, or we can refer you to a mortgage broker. But either way, the best idea is to go and see a mortgage professional before you start looking for a home, so they can lock in a rate. So they'll lock in whatever the best rate they can provide you with today is. They'll explain the different types of mortgages that they offer and what might fit best for you. Locking in that rate guarantees you that rate for a certain period of time. So if the mortgage rates happen to go up in a month, generally speaking with most banks, they'll guarantee that rate for 60 to 90 days, sometimes a little bit longer. So you're guaranteed that low rate. And if rates happen to go down, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon, but if they happen to go down again, then you get that lower rate on that day. But either way, it protects you from major increases into the mortgage rates. You can choose the loan type. So usually a 30-year fixed is about right. They do 25-year amortizations as well. It doesn't make a huge difference at this stage when you're just looking, so you can just leave that at 30 years fixed. You can mess around with it if you like, but just leave it at 30 is probably the best option. And or you can include the monthly payment now, since we are looking by monthly payment. So you can put down a minimum to a maximum. So if you want your mortgage to be no more than say $1,000 to $1,200 a month, or $600 to $800 a month, or $2,000 to $2,500 a month, you can enter that information here and save it, and it will automatically reverse calculate. So it'll take what you want to pay, your down payment, the interest rate, and figure out what price range of homes is eligible for your search. So we're actually going to close that for now, since we did actually enter a price at first. If you want to, you can search right now and see what's available, but you can also save your search, so you can come back in the future and run the search again. And you can also choose to get alerts. So once you set this up a little bit more in terms of city and pricing, possibly even type of home, you can hit get alerts, and you will automatically start receiving alerts every time a new property is listed in the area that you're looking for that matches your criteria, so you know about it right away. The other options you can have are all listed below here. You can actually enter in commute times for two different people. So if you know that you're working, and you say you're working in Mississauga like I used to work at 2360 Argentia Road, which was VWR International at the time. Not sure if they're still there or not. But then, just like a Google map search, it'll automatically fill in a bunch of addresses. The one I'm looking for is right here, 2360 Argentia Road. My arrival time in the morning, let's say I need to start work at 9 and I'd like to get there by 8:30 in the morning. And the duration, that's the duration of your commute. I really don't want to commute any more than 60 minutes. So what that will do is basically, if you've ever done a map search before, it will drop a pin in the map right at 2360 Argentia Road, and it will draw a circle radiating out from that location that represents roughly a 60-minute commute time at 8:30 in the morning. Also, so that's your search area at this point. And it'll go in all directions, north, south, east, and west, because we haven't specified in the upper left-hand corner any type of city that we want. So we'll just leave that alone for now. You can scroll down as well, and you can see you can also search by property type. If you run out of space, there is a scroll bar on the right-hand side. So property type, you can look for commercial properties, condominiums if you're looking for a condominium, single-family homes, let's choose that. Say we're looking for a single-family home, up to $1 million, which is way more than I got, but we'll just use that for now. You can, whether or not you want a pool, you can choose the number of bedrooms. So we'd say we want something with 3 or more bedrooms, 3 plus. Style of home, again, you can choose from a number of different styles, 2-level, 3 levels, A-frames, one with basement entry, bungalows, etc., cathedrals, ceilings in the entryway, a chalet. I've never been to a chalet around here, but ground level entry, hillside bungalows. There's a whole bunch, I think, raised ranches. Let's just choose a 2-story home. So we're looking for a 2-story home, single-family home, 3 or more bedrooms, $500,000 to $1 million, preferably with 2 or more full bathrooms. You can enter in the square footage if you like, a minimum square footage, so say 2,000 to 3,000 square feet if you wanted to do that. Heating type, natural gas and that, or baseboard heaters. Cooling type, again, air conditioner, central air conditioning, etc. You can also filter by property age, so if you want nothing less than 10 years old, or greater than 10 years old, you can put in 0 as the minimum, 10 as the maximum. If you wanted something like a century home, you could put something in like 80 to 120 years old and have a look at that. You can also filter by lot size and garage or parking. So let's say, yes, we want parking available. You can also, in the upper right-hand corner here, enter in a school name. So if you have a specific school that you want your children to attend, you can enter the school name there, similar to entering the city, and it will look for properties within the catchment area of that school. So every school has a zone where students are allowed to go to that school from that area. So it will search by that catchment zone. So if you wanted St. Matthew's here in Binbrook, Ontario, where I am, or Belmore Elementary, you can enter that name. But for now, we're not going to. We'll come back and do that in a second and see how that works out. But right now, that's a lot of information right there. It kind of narrows down our search. So we're just going to click on the search button. And down here, you'll see it's spinning away saying researching. It's looking to fulfill our criteria. And then it pops up a bunch of homes. I will put the disclaimer out there that I am not selling any of these properties, just so you know. This is for information purposes only. If you would like some information about these properties, please feel free to ask. I can definitely look into it. But this is, again, just to demonstrate how the website works. So you go down here, and it will list all the properties that meet your criteria. It'll mark them in the upper left-hand corner with the little box that says new if it's a new listing. It will also let you know days on market here on the bottom. So this one's been on the market for 8 days. So yeah, 10 days and then that sort of thing. And then also, because we dropped the pin and we weren't specific about the city that we wanted to be in, it will actually choose from a number of different areas. So there's a property here in Mississauga, one in Vaughan, one in Milton, one in Guelph. This one's in Puslinch, which is in Flamborough, or just outside Flamborough. Kitchener, where else are we looking at? Burlington, Schaumburg, Orangeville, Oakville some more, and Rockwood. So because we weren't really specific about the city, it just drew that wide circle, that everything that's roughly within an hour of commuting to the end location. Once you see a property that you do like, so let's choose this one in Vaughan on Madeira Avenue. You can click on the photo or click on more details, and then you'll get the property information. So all the way down the left-hand side of the page, you've got the address, the price, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, the MLS number. Continue to scroll down, and you can break up the information by commute times, property details, school information, etc. And then it gives you this handy dandy little map where you can look at other amenities in the area. So by default, it'll just show you the property that you're specifically looking at. If you want to know where the parks are, you can click on parks on the left-hand side, and it'll populate the map. And if you mouse over them, you'll see the names of the parks pop up. So there's Melville, there's Crieff Parkette, there's Mackenzie Glen District Park, etc., etc., Hillside Park. You can also look for recreation centers, so you can click on that, and it should pop those up. So there's one here. Style Novo Hair Team. They've listed themselves as recreation, so I guess they're showing up on the map. Happy Bug Spa. Some recreation going on there. If you want to see only one thing, you can remove the checkbox for one or the other. So now it's just showing the recreation areas. You can look for a grocery stores. You can pop that up. So if you don't see too many, there's one down here. You can zoom in and out and move the map around just to give you a better idea of where exactly everything's located. There's a Freshco there, King Groceries, Nature's Emporium. You can also look for things like churches and mosques and synagogues, places of worship, and they'll pop up. There's an Islam mosque there. There's a Maple Community Church here, St. Stephen's Anglican Church, and a Korean church. So there you go. And you can add or remove any of these at any time. You can look up restaurants in the area. There's a Maple Bakery there. There's Subway, etc., all in that area, and move the map around. You can also scroll down a bit further, and you can figure out your commute from home to work and that sort of thing. So if that's your home address, 36 Madeira is the property that we're looking at, and you want to see you do have to enter in the address for the place of work again. Since it did give you the option to put 2 people previously, it wants to know which one in particular that you're trying to calculate for. So if I go back to 2360 Argentia Road, it'll show me that starting at 9 a.m., it'll take me roughly till about 9:29 a.m. So 29-minute commute to work from that location. If I want to change the time of day, you can also scroll around. So at 12:15, it'll take me about half an hour as well. So traffic shouldn't be too bad from where we are, I guess. At 5:45, it'll take me 31 minutes. So there you go. It does alter it slightly, and it tells you here that it's roughly 25.9 miles away. If you scroll down a bit further, then it'll give you all the detailed property information, the description for the property, the basement, air conditioning, all the different rooms and sizes available. Parking spaces in total is 4. 2-story home. It does have a garage, all that sort of stuff. So you can kind of look through and do what you like there. There's some school information, which is not popping up here at the moment, but usually we'll list the different schools in this area, elementary, middle school, and high school if available, and then other properties in the area as well. So if you scroll back up to the top, if you are interested in the property, you can arrange for a showing. So for by default, it'll pop up arrange for showing, and it fills in your information that you included. So it's got my name, my email address, and phone number that I provided. You can indicate what is the best time for me to contact you. So in the morning, afternoon, or evening. Once you've chosen that, you can also choose on the calendar which day that you'd like to go see the property. So it gives you a calendar, and I'd like to go see it on August 30th. And then you can add some comments below before you hit submit, and it will send this information to me so I can be in touch with you to figure out if we can arrange an appointment for you. There's also a little mortgage calculator in the center of the screen that you can use. It's pretty standard. Aside from arranging for a showing, you can also just request more information. So again, by default, it fills in all this information. Again, you can include the best time to be contacted, but now you can also choose how you want me to contact you. So since I'm just providing you information, do you want me to phone you, or would you like me to just send you the information by email? And then under the comment section, you can be more specific as to what type of information you'd like. If you'd like to email the listing, you can click on that and do that as well. Again, you are the sender, so it fills in your information by default. You can carbon copy or CC a copy to yourself, and then you can enter in the recipient's name. So if you want to send this to your spouse or partner, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your friends, whoever, to say, hey, take a look at this house, you can enter in their name, email address, and fill in the body of the email under the comments, and it will send it to whoever you like. And then if you go back to the search results for a second, so we're back to our main page here. Once we're there, we can kind of mess around with it a little bit more. So we've got all this information in here. Let's say we reset it for a second, and we pop this back down. And actually, we're going to do a school search this time, just to see how this works out. So I'm going to type in Belmore, which is the local elementary school here in Binbrook. So if I click on Belmore Elementary in Binbrook, and really just leave it at that and see what happens. I'm going to see what's within the catchment area here in Binbrook. We're sort of on the remote edge of the city, so I just want to see what pops up. So it is searching. And since we didn't put any criteria in, it's pretty much brought up a whole bunch of different houses that are available here in Binbrook. So there's a bunch of properties to choose from there within the catchment area based on being at Belmore Elementary School here in Binbrook. And that's pretty much it. So that is how the lifestyle website works. If you want to get there, like as I mentioned, you can go to either hamiltonlifestylesearch.com and or lifestylehamilton.com, and it should take you directly to that site. You can register by logging in and creating a username and password, save your searches, send me requests for information, or arrange for a showing if you do see a property that you're interested in. If you'd like to contact me to ask me any questions, please feel free to text or call me at 289-237-9896, or you can email me at tony@thegeekyagent.com. Sometimes I can't say email properly, but you can send me an email at tony@thegeekyagent.com. I generally try to respond as quickly as possible. If you're sending me a text message, you most likely get a quicker response than either an email or a phone call. That's just kind of the way things work right now. And as always, I am the Geeky Agent at RE/MAX. This has been another episode of RE/MAX Geek TV. I do appreciate you all tuning in and checking it out. Please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe to the website, to me on YouTube at youtube.com/thegeekyagent. and or follow me at any of these other locations online. I am the Geeky Agent, so if you look down below, and we're starting at the Geeky Agent, and you can go to any of these places. So YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, I'm there as well as Tony Iacoviello, on Snapchat, all at The Geeky Agent. You can find me on facebook.com/The Geeky Agent. That is my business page. Or find me on Facebook at Tony Iacoviello or Tony from Hamilton. That's me. You can make friends, follow along. I've got a bunch of followers on Facebook and Instagram and a bunch of other places. They're also on the PlayStation Network as The Geeky Agent. So if you're online and you're playing some games and somebody runs by and knocks you out of the game, that was probably me or one of my two sons playing as me on the PlayStation Network. So I think, again, I appreciate you all checking this out. Have fun on the website. And I look forward to getting your questions and comments and helping you find a new home here in Hamilton. Thanks again, and I hope you have a great day. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon.